thing that you have started doing and are passionate about is giving back to the community and giving back to the players that want to be able to keep playing, even though, and not letting, maybe the ability to afford different things hold them back. So can you talk a little bit about FootyMarket and like what kind of the genesis of that was, and like what do you guys hope that it becomes?
Yeah. So I guess I can start like when I first heard about it. This past summer, Bijan, who is the founder, we met up for coffee, and I've known Bijan since my days at Cal. So we go back a while now. And he approached me about this project. He had been working on this with Josie for 2 years. It's essentially a marketplace. It's a place where, soccer players can come together to buy and sell gear, right? And that's the core. That's the core. It's a marketplace. It's a peer-to-peer platform. But there's so many branches to this that we can go to. When you think about the donation piece, when you think about the piece where we're doing something that's good for the environment, because when he approached me about it, it was funny because I identify with the concept instantly, because when I was a kid, from like 8, I think it was like 8 to like 13, we were kind of struggling, and we would go to like swap meets and sell like our old stuff, and this was like a monthly thing. So there you had me kind of wheeling and dealing, right? Selling like old shoes and old jeans or old furniture that we just thought didn't really like serve a purpose for us, but for someone else, it was kind of like, oh, this is a treasure. Like what a deal. So to kind of take that same concept, whether it's old cleats or old jerseys or soccer balls or things that we're not using, and to provide that platform where like a person in East LA can sell their cleats to a person in Huntington Beach, or vice versa. You know what I mean? So it kind of creates that platform. But also, when I think about it from a professional standpoint, I think about the amount of cleats that we get, and I'm sure that Josie will talk about this too. And you walk through the locker room and there's tons of cleats. I mean, there's hundreds of cleats, and you're like, these cleats are not being used. And yes, there's the player who, he's from Ghana or he's from Mexico, or he's collecting cleats to send back to his home, which is fantastic. But if we can provide a platform that goes back directly into the ecosystem of our communities, then great, So yeah, we're trying to find ways to kind of pay it forward. Now that I'm getting to like the latter stage of my career, and I'm thinking about ways that I can give back to the sport. Josie and Bijan have done a great job for the past 2 years. So to be joining them at this stage is something that I'm excited about. Just from the creative process and trying to find ways where we can kind of start that groundswell and, create that sort of community that we all long. So, it's something that's, built by soccer players for soccer players. So we really hope that it catches on, and we really hope that it becomes that platform for donations and obviously a way for people to connect.